Someone I should have made way more effort with just died, and I blame myself. Cheery stuff, right? Like sunshine and puppies dying.
For heaven's sake, context. That's a line reflecting profound grief, not the opening of a children's party invitation. We are supposed to be discussing the book Swap by Tessa Bickers.
Oh, we're discussing it. We're discussing the biggest literary catfish since you tried to tell me. The Great Gatsby was a searing indictment of lawn care standards. This thing looks like a cupcake and tastes like despair.
It's a debut novel exploring complex themes.
Complex themes. It's marketed like you've got mail. Cute cover. Quirky title. Little free libraries. I expected Meg Ryan finding Tom. Hanks's witty annotations. Not this. This is You've Got Mail if Meg Ryan was mainlining Prozac and Tom, Hanks's mom, was calling him worthless every Tuesday.
The publisher's marketing choices are hardly the author's fault, though I concede the tonal dissonance is jarring. Let's talk characters. Erin Connolly, still processing the death of her friend Bonnie.
Processing. She's wallowing. It's been years. She quits her job. Accidentally gives away her dead friend's favourite book, which, who does that? And spends half the novel talking to Bonnie who isn't there. One reviewer thought she was a ghost. Bless their cotton socks.
It's clearly an internal monologue, a manifestation of unresolved grief and guilt, a psychological coping mechanism.
Coping? She's selfish. Utterly self-absorbed. Remember my cousin Brenda after her hamster died. For 6 months. Every conversation was about nibbles. Erin is Brenda, but with less fur and more whining. And she's horrible to James. The poor sap writing notes in her books.
James has his own considerable baggage. The portrayal of his mother's severe bipolar disorder, the verbal cruelty, it's quite harrowing. And the father's passivity.
Harrowing. His family sucks. The mom's a monster. The dad's a wet noodle. The brother's useless. They let him get bullied. They let the mom rip into him. Honestly, why is James even bothering with Erin? Is shared misery the new dating app category? He reads her notes about being sad and thinks, yeah, I want more of that. Dude needs therapy, not a pen pal.
Perhaps he sees a kindred spirit, someone else navigating profound emotional pain. The annotations offer an intimacy, a vulnerability.
Oh, spare me! The intellectual claptrap. It's creepy. He knew her years ago. They fell out. She's a miserable git to him in person. And he's falling for her handwriting. Get a grip, James. Go volunteer at a puppy shelter. Find some actual joy.
Which brings us to the central question, is the book Swap actually any good? Beneath the misleading cover and the vortex of despair.
Is it good? Parts of it are like watching paint dry during a funeral. The whole book swapping thing. The bit everyone was excited about. It's barely there. Snippets. The rest is backstory and people being sad in rooms. One reviewer literally counted the swear words 64. 64. That's commitment to something. Probably boredom.
I found the exploration of grief and mental illness to be quite raw, if occasionally heavy-handed. Some reviewers found it deeply moving. One apparently cried on the subway.
Cried on the subway. Honey, I cry on the subway if I miss my stop. That doesn't make the book War and Peace. And don't get me started on the people defending this. Oh, it's so much more than a rom-com. Yeah. A root canal is more than a teeth cleaning. Doesn't mean I want one when I book the other.
But the premise itself, the idea of connecting through shared books, annotated thoughts, doesn't that resonate?
The idea is cute. Like the idea of you admitting you were wrong about Infinite Jest being a cookbook. Never gonna happen. In practice, here, it fell flatter than my souffle last Tuesday. And is writing in library books charming, or just vandalism? Discuss.
These are little free libraries, community exchange, it's different. Though the ethics of annotation are a perennial debate.
Whatever. It promised romance. It delivered trauma. Bait and switch. Like ordering a pizza and getting a box full of existential dread. And unpaid bills.
So, the final verdict. It attempts depth, tackles difficult subjects, but the execution and marketing are undeniably problematic. I give it 5 out of 10 misleading book covers.
Problematic? It lied to us. Lied. I give it 2 out of 7 imaginary friends you talk to when you're supposed to be adulting. It made me sad and annoyed. Mostly annoyed.
So, combined score of deeply confusing, much like our discussion of the sentient stapler last year.
Don't remind me. You still owe me for the therapy that induced. Okay, folks, that's all the misery we can handle for one day.
Join us next week on Heartbook Radio when we'll be dissecting Kevin Costner Stole My Sandwich, a memoir of mild inconvenience.
Sounds legit. Probably more cheerful than this one. See you.